If you're here just for the battles, check the description for timestamps for each match. I'm about to talk about this cool Zamazenta team, and if you want to use this team, then just go ahead and look on the right side of your screen. The rental code is over there, and have some fun with it. But this team, so Incineroar, Amoonguss, those are, the very common support Pokemon. This one is a Safety Goggles Incineroar, and this team is really fun at being able to stop Amoonguss in multiple different ways because Amoonguss itself is a very hard counter to Trick Room. That's why the Zamazenta is Terra Grass, and actually in the last battle was absolutely pivotal in being able to get a positive trade on some turns, is having that Terra Grass. And Zamazenta just in general is an absolute wall. You get the +1 when you enter with the Dauntless Shield ability, getting just getting one Iron Defense off, you deal so much damage with Body Press. It is a lot of fun. Terra Poison on Porygon is great for countering every single fighting type. I think there was a Koraidon match that I had where it did, after Terra Poison, it was at -1, of course. Also, apologies if you hear the thunder. It's raining right now. But it tickled Porygon. Really cool. Urshifu is also really awesome. I really liked Urshifu actually in the last matchup with the last battle I had on this with Terapagos. But the Urshifu is it's really, really strong. I am always blown away by how much damage it does. And Raging Bolt, I wasn't able to use nearly as much, but I was still, when I used it, I was like, how is this thing doing so much damage? Like, it deals so much damage. I found though that the main Pokemon I brought were the Incineroar, Zamazenta, Porygon. That was kind of the main core. And depending on what I thought my opponent, like, in a Koraidon matchup, of course you don't bring a Amoonguss. You would want Raging Bolt. For Koraidon, oh, that was a big spooky one. You might want to bring, maybe more Urshifu or Amoonguss. Like, it kind of depends on what the support mons you see. But yeah, I found that Incineroar, Porygon, and Zamazenta were almost every match. And it was interesting. This is, kind of a hard Trick Room team with the Pokemon because you don't have another way of really having speed control. So if you go up against a, Tailwind, you kind of need to get Trick Room up. If you go up against a hard Trick Room team, well, what's interesting is that Zamazenta is probably going to be faster than a lot of the Pokemon, so you almost don't want Trick Room to go up in a way because you might be outsped. So it was a very interesting team trying to kind of teeter that line of when do I want a Trick Room. And there were definitely some times where I wanted to reverse Trick Room just for Zamazenta to be able to pop off. And so it's you have to be very weary of your turns and very weary of your speed control, but this team is amazing at controlling the board, and you can really just sit there and whittle down your opponents. It is a lot of fun to play. I definitely recommend checking this team out, and that's also a lot of me rambling, so I'm going to shut up and we're going to get to some battles. So this is the Koraidon team that seems pretty common, very normal. I don't, of course, there could be different EVs, there could be different moves on it, but for Koraidon, it seems very, very samey. So because it's going to be a Tailwind Koraidon team, I almost like the idea of having, going for the Porygon, going for setting up Trick Room. The biggest thing, though, is that if you lead Koraidon off the bat into Porygon, you can just go for a Collision Course and nuke me. So I don't really like that. What I do kind of like, though, is leading with Incineroar, because Incineroar will allow us to get a Fake Out off, and we can get Trick Room up at that point. And then, so I really like these. I like this set. Now, the final Pokemon, Amoonguss. As much as I like Amoonguss, I don't know how good it's going to be in this matchup compared to Urshifu. I'm just worried about that Goldingo. That Goldingo is going to give us a lot of problems because, yeah, Incineroar can hit it. Zamazenta can kind of hit it, but not that well. I feel like Urshifu is going to be maybe a little bit better, and that could be a complete mistake, but this is what we're going to go for. This is, if you couldn't tell, this is my first match with the team, so there's always a little bit of wiggle room of what am I even doing here. So, so we will see. We will see if, we make the right reads. you know, you see Porygon as the only form of speed control, and you're like, okay, they're going to go for Trick Room. I need to make sure that I can deny that Trick Room. And so, there we go. We see the Koraidon and we see the Walking Wake. Now, what's nice, so oh, it's not great that we would have to Terra our Incineroar this early. I do not like that at all. And your Photosynthesis has your speed heightened. So, we definitely go for the... Okay, so Koraidon has the clear amulet. Okay, perfect. Awesome. Great to know. It's not Covert Cloak. Or it wouldn't be something else. So, I want to go for the Trick Room, right? And I want to go for the Fake Out. Problem is that I feel like we're going to have to go for the Terapagos because we're going to see a Hydro Steam into the Incineroar. We're going to see a Hydro Steam into the Incineroar, and I want to keep Incineroar around for a little bit longer because I'd like to be able to get knockoffs. I'd like to be able to get just some different, you know, some different utility in the game. So we go for the Fake Out. Awesome. Koraidon's not going to be able to stop us. Goes for the Hydro Steam, so we called that correctly. And that still does a ton of damage. But, oh, it's Life Orb. Okay. But luckily, we are able to get, because that was definitely going to be a collision course. There's no way. We could have gone for the Terra Poison. We absolutely could have. And so, I bet you we're going to see the collision course. We could even see a double into the Porygon. Now, the thing is that Porygon's not super, like, Porygon's important. See, I feel like you swap out your Koraidon. I feel like you just swap out your Koraidon here. You either protect or you swap, right? Like, okay, so you go for the protect, that's fine. We kind of read that. Unless you go for the double protect, and then, okay, you go for the double protect. I'm kind of okay with that, actually. Because, this shows, like, hey, we went for the double into your Walking Wake. Do you want to keep your Walking Wake in? Right. And it could, you know, it could be like, he's thinking like, oh, well, I can switch out my Koraidon now. I can have a free switch into Koraidon. Or a free switch out. So, what does he have in back? He has the Golden Go, the Rillaboom, the Incineroar, the Tornadus. I don't really like going for... I feel like he's going to swap out Koraidon here. I feel like he's going to switch. Yep, he withdrew Koraidon. And I feel like it would be... Okay, so it's Incineroar. Okay, okay. I'm okay with that. That's why I didn't want to go for the Ice Beam. To be honest with you, I didn't want to go for the Ice Beam because I knew Koraidon's going to be swapping. So it's like, just go into the Walk and Wake. You know, go into... Just double into the Walk and Wake. That is a really nice... clean KO. Actually, I'm really happy about that. I feel like what we can do now is let's swap out our Incineroar because we could see a knockoff from the opposing Incineroar, or we could see, a Shadow Ball. So I kind of foresee a... Oh yeah, so we can't... Unfortunately, we cannot... Yeah, it's probably going to be a Fake Out Shadow Ball. So, because it's going to be that, let's just go for, well, yeah, let's go for that, and then I could go for a Parting Shot into the Golden Go, unless you protect. Okay, so no protects. That's a good hit. Oh, goes for the knockoff, fair enough. See, I was kind of thinking, so I should have, well, actually, I'm kind of glad we didn't swap then. Because a swap would have been a knockoff and just kind of a nuke into whatever we hit, you know? So, and then goes for the Nasty Plot. Okay. So, not super happy about that, but let's just bring in Urshifu here. I think we bring in Urshifu, and Urshifu will be very, very threatening. What we go for, I don't know, right? Because... You could just swap, right? You could go for a double. I don't think you will go for a double. You cannot protect. And so I feel like just a hit into the Golden Go. Let's go for it. Because I'm scared of that +2. You can't protect here. I'm glad we brought the Urshifu. Now, Urshifu may be slower than both of these Pokemon, which that's the only kind of scary thing, is if it is slower. Or, you know, if it is slower outside, then it's like, crap, we're not really getting much. Okay, so we see the Terra probably... Okay, so Golden Go goes for Terra Steel? Terra Fairy. Okay, that's cool. So maybe I should have kind of doubled into the Incineroar slot, maybe. Okay, goes for the knockoff, does not do a lot of damage. And then... Who goes first between... Okay, so it's between y'all, and then that definitely knocks out Urshi. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. But what's nice here is... And then Twisted Dimensions returned to normal. That's not great. I mean, it is kind of nice because we do have now the Zamazenta is able to come out and just really threaten. I don't think Incineroar really can... beat us, right? Like I don't think Incineroar can really one-shot us. I'm worried about the Golden Go being able to, well, actually that was a +2 make it rain. So I don't think the Golden Go can really do it. So let me go, I feel like let's go for the body press into the Incineroar. Okay. And then we get the Trick Room up. Right, and the Trick Room is kind of what we need right now in order, in my opinion, in order to win this. I like the idea of going for a recover, but I also like the idea of going for just a double into the Koraidon. Because that's just what's scary, right? Is that Koraidon's going to be faster than my Zamazenta. So... I kind of want to go... I want to go with this. It could just be a double protect. If it's a double protect, I think that's... It might not be throwing the game. Honestly, it's probably not throwing the game. Maybe... Oh, if it's a double protect, I probably should have gone then for an Iron Defense. There is no protects coming out. Do we get the freeze? We get no freeze. But we do get the... Okay. And then Zamazenta is faster. Oh, no! Oh, the Flare Blitz, though, might knock it out. Because how much damage did it have? How much HP did it have left? Oh, wait. No, it doesn't. Ooh, this is not good. So we know that we are faster. Here's the problem, right? We know that we are faster, so if we make the wrong call on who protects and who doesn't... So, okay, so here's my thing, right? We know that... So, you're not going to protect the Goldingo. You're not protecting the Goldingo because you want the... you know, you're just going to go for probably the Shadow Ball because you know that you're faster. And so, what I'm thinking... Oh, well, we can't protect anyways. Yeah, so I think... Yeah, it goes for the Shadow Ball. Yeah, oh man. I don't think we played that in as well as we could have, unfortunately. I guess maybe what we would have hoped for is go for the Make It Rain. Drop your +2. That's okay. And then, yeah, it goes for the Flare Blitz. Yeah, I wish that the Flare Blitz would have knocked it out from the Porygon's perspective, but unfortunately it did not. It knocked itself out now, but because my Pokemon fainted first, then, yeah, so, oh, that's so close. I think we prioritized pretty well, but, oh, man, that Golden Go was a pain. Not knocking out the Golden Go was tough. That was tough. At least we called the Koraidon not protecting, trying to get that damage off. But, hey, this was the first match we had with it. A super, super close match, so I feel pretty good. I think, you know, we could have just maybe positioned the board just a little bit better, tried to get a little bit more damage earlier on. And, you know, it is what it is. But let's see what the next battle looks like. We are going up against a Koraidon team. Ooh, this is like a Sun Koraidon. This is a very interesting team. Can I be honest with you? I don't know what to expect. Because you're setting up Sun, but you have a Kingdra. So I definitely think Incineroar is really good because getting Intimidates is going to be nice. I kind of foresee just a Koraidon. Fire. What's the fire paradox? I'm completely blanking on its name right now. So I think we go with let's go with Porygon and let's go with Incineroar to lead, right? Let's go. Well, do we want to go Porygon here? Well, because Roaring Moon does get Tailwind. And Koraidon, we have seen Koraidon is usually faster. I think your entire team might just be faster. And then what do we want to do as the last Pokemon? So what do I expect? I expect to see the Roaring Moon, the Koraidon, the Fire Guy. Urshifu is nice. A Moongus could be pretty good. I just don't like a Moongus. Do I like... You don't... It's just there's not a lot of special attackers. And so that's what I don't like. Is there's not a lot of special attackers, and so... That's... And a lot of them are Dragon Mons. So it's like you're going to get hit hard with a physical Dragon move, and I just don't know if Raging Bolt will be able to do that. So... And here we go. Here's the Roaring Moon and the Koraidon. So, if it's Covert Cloak... Man, I really hope it's not Covert Cloak. Let's see. We'll be able to maybe scout out if it's Covert Cloak. Okay, Roaring Moon speed was heightened. That's fine. Ancient Pulse. Whole bunch of stuff. So, your attack fell. Ooh. I think we are going to have to go for the Terra. We're going to have to go for the Terra Poison Trick Room. And then I want to go for the Fake Out. See, what I'm worried about is I'm worried about just the Koraidon. I'm worried about the Koraidon having a Covert Cloak is what I'm worried about, right? Because if Koraidon has the Covert Cloak, then the Fake Out is pointless. And, you know, what else could you really have on Koraidon other than a clear amulet? Like, we could see Life Orb, we could see Choice Band, but I would just be super surprised with either of those. Roaring Moon has the... Oh, my lord. Roaring Moon has the frickin'... Fair enough. Fair enough. Goes for the Collision Course. Just don't crit us. Oh, man. Oh, that was a crit. Yo, Porygon, you beast. Okay, so we know what Roaring Moon has. I don't know what this Koraidon has then. So we could just see a double swap. I'm not super worried about what the Roaring Moon can do to us. So this is why I want to go for the double into the Koraidon. You could go for the Protect with Koraidon. Like, we could just see a Protect. I don't know what Roaring Moon can do, though, because you have... Usually it's like... I don't think it's Acrobatics, because you would be running Booster Energy with Acrobatics. And this, you know, you don't have the boost here. So you just stay in with Koraidon. Wow, that is... that's ballsy, man. Let's see what item you have. What item does Koraidon have? Has Razor Claw. Okay, cool. Goes for the Flare Blitz. It's a lot of damage. Gets the crit. That honestly kind of works out, though, because we got some heavy damage onto the Koraidon, and now... Yeah, you have very low HP now. And you go... Okay, you go for the knockoff. We take that pretty well because it is safety goggles. And then I feel like... Let's bring in Zamazenta here. Why not? You know, we bring in Zamazenta. I can go for, in my opinion, I say we go for an Iron Defense, and I go for a Flare Blitz into the Koraidon slot. Now, you could Protect. You don't Protect. So, yeah, but by Koraidon, Roaring Moon could go for a Dragon attack. I'm not sure. Maybe it has Acrobatics. I'm not sure what we're gonna see from it. But we have the Iron Defense, so now we're at +3, and you have a pretty physical team. And that's the thing, is that knockoff doesn't knock off our shield, so it doesn't work into us. So, okay, so now we have the Kingdra out. And I'll be honest with you, I don't know what Kingdra does, but I want to knock it off in case it's Life Orb. We have the body press. We have +3 body press. I'm excited to see how much damage this does. Maybe I should have gone for more. Okay, goes for the protect. I think we'll still have 2 turns of Trick Room after this. So, because this body press should just, it just KOs, which is super nice. So, and then I'm hoping to see the Sceptile is really what I would like to see in the back. Because if it's the Sceptile, then I think... Oh, it's Gouging Fire. Okay. Yeah, not super, super happy seeing Gouging Fire here. Considering that... Yeah, but we are at +3. You know what? Let's go... I'm going to go for a Body Press into the Kingdra, and I'm going to swap out into Urshifu. The reason why I want to is because I'd like for Incineroar to get a -1 onto the Gouging Fire. And Kingdra just protected, and I'm worried about a Burning Bulwark out of the, Oh, it went for the double. Okay. Dangerous. But I was worried about the Burning Bulwark, to be honest with you. And so that's why I didn't really want to target into... Because I feel like it's easy to do like, oh, let's Burning Bulwark. But maybe they're like, oh, well, they'll probably call that. So, I think we have one more turn of Trick Room. Oh, no. So, this is that was the turn. So, here's the question, right? The question is... I feel like we Body Press, and I'm going to go for... I'm actually going to swap into Incineroar here. I'm going to go for the Body Press and swap into Incineroar. Okay, battle was canceled. Fair enough. A Burning Bulwark might, unless they didn't have it, but a Burning Bulwark might have been able to allow them to claw back into the game. But luckily the Kingdra did not get the double off. I was just worried. I was worried because I miscalculated the Trick Room turns, but at that point, yeah, it's like its last turn of Trick Room, 100%. I feel like it's just a double protect. So I guess you could call that as my opponent and be like, well, if they're thinking I'm going to Burning Bulwark, then I'm just going to go for the Dragon Cheer this turn because I don't think I'm going to be targeted. They're probably going to target down the Kingdra slot, which was very true. We went for the Kingdra. So, yeah, I think probably I could have predicted that and gone into the Gouging Fire, and that, and I think no matter what, we were still sitting pretty. But getting rid of the Gouging Fire definitely would have put us in a better position, because then our Urshifu really could have walloped, and because it would have taken 2 hits, and I don't think Kingdra has a move that can do 2 hits in a single turn. So, but we still got the win. Super happy with the win. Let's see what the next battle looks like. We're going up against a Terapagos team, so I definitely think we should have Urshifu in this matchup. I think Urshifu is going to be really good. I think Incineroar could also be kind of nice in case this is leftovers or specs or whatever move it has. Now, the question is, what do we lead with, right? Because we could see the Incineroar come out. We could also see the Amoonguss come out. And so, I almost kind of like leading with Zamazenta. I don't know, because this team is a little bit slower, so I don't, other than the Terapagos, I don't really see a need to setting up Trick Room. And maybe that's a bad judgment call on my part, but I kind of just like Zamazenta Incineroar, because, they're probably going to try to set up screens. We could see Incineroar. It could be like an Incineroar Grimmsnarl lead, right? Could be what we're going to see. I think we do need to have Raging Bolt, because Raging Bolt is going to be hopefully nice at walling Terapagos, and then I think Urshifu is going to be strong. There is an argument we could make for Amoonguss, but I think let's go with this. We'll see what my opponent goes for. I'm expecting kind of Terapagos, Incineroar, Rillaboom, and some other Pokemon. I'm not sure, but that's kind of what I expect to see. Is kind of just like those fake outs being cycled. Those Sylveon look terrifying on that guy's trainer card, on this person's Say, okay, let's see what we got here. So, okay, so it's a Moongus. So it could just be a Rage Powder, right? It really could just be a Rage Powder. I feel like what I want to do here is fake out Heavy Slam. We don't have Taunt, unfortunately, but I like the idea of going for the Heavy Slam, and I like the idea of going for the fake out. You know, we could try to force a Terra, we could try to force, you know, a swap out, or it could just be a Protect, but I don't think Grimmsnarls really run Protect. So, okay, so we got the fake out. Let's see, is it Rocky Helmet? Okay, so it's Rocky Helmet Amoonguss. Goes for the Reflect, that makes sense, you know, that totally makes sense. I was worried, okay, it looked like it went for a Spore then, to be completely honest with you. It looks like it went for a Spore, and if that's the case, we could go Terra Grass, Heavy Slam, and then go for the Flare Blitz. So we can't be Spored, because the Flare Blitz isn't going to knock out with the Reflect Up. So, and maybe, you know, maybe I should be going for body, or not body presses, but I should be going for Iron Defenses right now. But I kind of have Urshifu as... Okay, so yeah, maybe we should have gone for the Iron Defense. Okay, fair enough. That's not great for us, but we can swap into Raging Bolt maybe. Yeah. Yeah, because it would have been nice actually if we had gotten an Iron Defense up here. But yeah, that does no damage whatsoever. Let's see how much damage this Flare Blitz does. That does nothing with Rocky Helmet, and Recoil does a lot. So yeah, and went for the Spore. So at least we called that correctly. Honestly, I want to go for the Iron Defense, and I think what we do is we swap out... Question is, who do we want to swap out into? We could go into... Or we could go actually for knockoffs. Yeah, let's actually go for some knockoffs. Because we're going to be fast. So you could always, you know, we could see a Sludge Bomb. We could see a Pollen Puff into the Zamazenta. You could go for the Fake Out into the Zamazenta. But no Fake Out into the Zamazenta is kind of nice, actually. Because now we are at +3 defense. We get the knockoff onto of the Rocky Helmet, which is really neat. Let's see what they go for damage-wise. They go for the Wisp. Okay. Fair. That's fair. We are kind of wasting... Oh, goes for the Sludge Bomb. And that... Oh, that is a lot of damage from Sludge Bomb. We can't get poisoned, though, which is kind of cool. So... I wonder how much damage a Body Press would do. I just kind of want to start... I don't know if I'm playing this right. That Wisp doesn't... That Wisp sucks. That Wisp is super unfortunate. We could also see a Terra Ghost come out from the Incineroar, so I'm not able to Body Press it. I mean, if it does have a... You know, if it does have Terra Ghost, then at least the knockoff will be doing some extra damage. But, cool. So you swap out here. Into whom, may I ask? Okay, back into the Grimmsnarl. Okay. Oh, it's the berry for fighting. That is really cool. The Chople Berry. How neat. And now that does nothing. Yeah, that does absolutely nothing. That's really cool. Yeah, so knockoff does nothing, which is cool. So, I feel like what we can do is we could double the Grimmsnarl. Problem is, though... Yeah... I feel like the Body Press is actually going to do more. I feel like the Body Press will be doing a lot more. than the Heavy Slam because we are burned. You still have Reflect, like, there is the Reflect, right? Who are you sending in here? Okay, sending out Amoonguss. Goes for the T-Wave, but yeah, you can't do that to Ghost or to Dark Pokemon. Okay, well, it just gets knocked out. That works for me. I'm okay with that. Ooh, that's a good crit. That's a really good crit, man. That is actually really, really nice. We probably will see Incineroar here, and to be completely honest with you, I think we need to swap. Nope, there goes the Terapagos. Okay. So we could see the Rage Powder. I want to go for the Wide Guard actually, and I want to go for the knockoff because if you go for the Terra Starstorm here, I don't think you will. But if you do go, because, like, you could go for a Rage Powder, interesting, okay. If you go for the Calm Mind, cool, but, oh, we might actually just see a Terra Starstorm, because I feel like you don't Terra if, you don't go for the Terra, so this makes me believe that this might be Specs. Because you don't go for the Terra if you aren't going for an attack, right? Like, you want to keep your Star whatever, you want to keep your old ability, cause yeah, there you go. So, honestly, what we might want to do... Okay, so we'll get the we'll get the knockoff, which is going to be super nice. It does no damage. Oh, it's a Covert Cloak. Okay. So unfortunately, here's the thing. I think we just have to take the sack, right? I think we just have to take the sack. Thing is do we want to lose the Urshifu, or not lose the Urshifu? Do we want Urshifu to be at set? I think we just take the L here. So, I say let's go for a Wide Guard in case you don't go for a Fake Out for whatever reason. And then, let's go for a Parting Shot, right? Because... it's Covert Cloak, okay. Oh, Wide Guard goes before... oh, that's actually so good. That's actually so freaking good. Oh my gosh. I did not realize that Wide Guard goes before... Fake Out. That is... I don't think they did either, because that works out really well for us, man. That works out super, super well for us. Look at that. Makes us look like we kind of know what we're doing. And Zamazenta's just kind of causing trouble. We definitely bring out Urshifu here, right? Because with Urshifu, we threaten a huge close combat, right? We threaten a close combat, and so in my opinion... I feel like what we go for another Wide Guard in case they stay in. And I'm going to close combat the Incineroar because I'm expecting Amoonguss to come out in place of the, in place of this, Terapagos. Or you could swap out Incineroar hoping for the, nope, you swap out the Amoonguss. So, we at least made that call correctly, which is nice. And then basically it was, I Wide Guard in case you don't, so, you know, in case, like, you swap out, yeah, you know. Cool. I just don't know how we beat this Amoonguss. I'm gonna be honest with you, this Amoonguss is gonna be very difficult to beat. Okay, Reflect finally wore off, thank the gods. Okay. So, now, I feel like I could just go for a Wide Guard, and let's go for... or we could, well, I feel like it's going to be Rage Powder. Oh, wait, we can't get Rage Powdered. Oh, but you could have Protect. Well, if you have Protect, it doesn't matter. And then let's go into Incineroar. Because, yeah, no, Zamazenta cannot get you know, Rage Powdered. So I can go for the Body Press all day. Now, there is the possibility of the side Pollen Puff, right, which would be scary. But I can kind of just start going for Parting Shots. Yeah, see, and there's the Rage Powder, which is what was scary. Maybe I should have gone for the Wide Guard. Honestly, I probably should have gone for the Wide Guard. Oh, it goes for the Earth Power into the Zamazenta. Okay. Oh, well, wait, yeah. Okay, I think we have a very good chance of winning this. That's crazy that didn't even get the knockout, because basically what we do, we bring out Urshifu here, right? We bring out Urshifu, we're able to fake out the Amoonguss because we just brought out the Incineroar, and I go for the Wicked Blow, because you can't protect. I don't want to lower my special defense at all, right? I don't want to go for lowering my special defense. You're not able to protect here. The fake out into the Amoonguss makes it to where we can't get Rage Powdered. So yeah, so it's GG's right here, because then I can just start Wicked Blowing, and yeah, and then we just Wicked Blow and Flare Blitz into the Amoonguss slot. That should be enough to pick up the KO. And what's nice is with our Raging Bolt in the back, we are able to, you know, I can just Draco Meteor, right? Because we're AV, so yeah, let's see how much damage the Wicked Blow does. Oh, the Wicked Blow just gets the KO. Man, Urshifu is strong. But yeah, that was a little scary, and I think we were able to kind of pull that out a bit. You know, wasting the turns to reflect. I think there were some moments that our opponent didn't play great, but they left Zamazenta on the board long enough to where we were really able to just kind of... like, the Terra Grass on Zamazenta was perfect, and we were really able to just get some good moves off. And the Wide Guard was huge. The Wide Guard going before the Fake Out, that is literally what won us the game. Like, if that didn't go, I think we probably would have lost, because they would have just been able to cycle Intimidates at that point, and I don't think there was any damage we could really get out onto the board. But thank you so much for watching. That'll be all from me. Hopefully, I will see you in the next episode. Have a good one. Bye-bye.